Hi, I'm Liz Cully, and welcome back to Cool, Cool, Cool. Each week, I give you a glimpse into what I think is cool and chat with a ton of people that are definitely cool. No topic is off bounds unless, I guess, it's not cool. Welcome to Cool, Cool, Cool.
I need to understand this because this is truly something that you don't understand unless you live in LA or New York or are in the business. But I need to hear the levels of the demon from within and the demon coming for you, please.
Okay, wait. First, I need to preface this by saying that I am not, this is like, I don't know that I don't want to be like doxxed, okay? I don't want people to think I'm like Q or something like that, because you know how people are like, talk about like lizard people and like all that stuff in Hollywood. This is not that, okay? This is a very real thing.
Well, what about the tunnels? Have you heard this?
Yes.
First of all, I got into an internet fight with someone because this guy goes on this podcast and I see the clip, at 1 a.m. as I'm doom scrolling, like wondering what I've done with my life and why I live in Glendale. And this guy, with every fiber of his being, so serious, like, I worked at a Starbucks that only...
I saw that.
And then so I wrote on, because I'm the youngest of 4 children, so I can't help myself. I wrote in all caps.
I'm the youngest of 3, so
I wrote,
baby.
Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
And then this guy tried to come for me.
No,
and he's like,
sweetie.
You don't know anything about the tunnels and you would never be allowed in the Starbucks. I'm like, first of all, I don't go to Starbucks because I don't like Starbucks.
Yeah, thank you.
Second of all, I don't like tunnels because tunnels are fucking scary. Like, I don't want to go to any of these places, but what you're saying is not true because
it's crazy.
His whole, that's why you don't see celebrities on the 405. Yes, you do, actually. Yeah. I see them all the time. I just literally was driving next to Justin Long and Kate Bosworth yesterday.
Yeah. No, you see them all the time. My thing about the tunnels that I think is so LOL is like, sweetie, you're telling me there's a Starbucks in a tunnel and not one of those employees is filming or doing anything. Furthermore, Starbucks, like, of all... It's just like, if there's a coffee
Obviously
shop
it's
down
Alfred's
there.
if it's down there.
Yeah, like if it's a coffee shop down there, I don't think it's Starbucks.
No, it's definitely not. It's literally like
It's like Verve. Verve would be in the tunnel.
Exactly.
Like it would truly be a Verve coffee.
It would.
Or it would be like Maru.
Yeah,
Maru
it
in
is
the
Maru.
tunnel.
Maybe Maru is the fucking mouth opening and then you
Yes.
go down to the
That's
tunnel.
why the line is so long.
Yes.
Because that's the entrance for the tunnel. Look, we know that there is a tunnel system in Los Angeles. This is true. Used during Prohibition, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think these people
because have you been to Michael's house?
Yes.
He has a motherfucking tunnel.
There you go. But here's the thing. I don't think people are like zip zap zopping down there.
Nobody's
to like,
zippity doo dah danding in the fucking dark, deep tunnels of Los Angeles.
I will say, my hairdresser, who I'm obsessed with, told me that he knows of an entrance to the tunnels in Santa Monica.
Really?
He said that in the depths of a parking garage, he and his friend went to explore because they heard that this was a rumor. And there was a bunch of security at the entrance to like the lower level of a parking garage. Weird.
Hate it. I hate it.
Like,
could you imagine being in a tunnel? You know how there's all the tunnels in Las Vegas and all the unhoused people live down there?
Yes.
And I'm good. If I have to go and be a tunnel first of all, if I'm that famous and that rich, I don't want to be a tunnel person. I want to be up in the sky person.
If I'm so famous and so rich, everyone is coming to me. Everyone is coming to me. Or unless if I need to go to an event, we'll figure it out. We can use my body double.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I need the levels. Speaking of tunnels and demons, I need the level of how the demons come for the artists in Los Angeles.
Well, I should note, I welcome the demon into my life. I'm over here. Oh, sure. Come take me away. Cowboy, take me away. Literally, Take me away. Get me the deal. I don't care. At this point,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care.
true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, if the demon came for me, you did, like years ago, I saw one of your hour specials. You talked about like being a cool girl who could like smoke weed.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
you very specifically said that you were 5'7" and 123 pounds.
Yes.
And that really resonated with me because when I believed in Jesus Christ, I would pray so hard as a young girl to be 5'7" and 123 pounds.
Absolutely.
It did not come to fruition at
No,
all.
no.
But if the demon came for me, I would say, let's go.
Yeah,
Giddy up.
that's what I'm saying. And I think the thing is, we need a little bit of the demon to be successful. I do believe. And there are just levels that we witness. And by the way, this is across all industry. Okay? I'm going to say, like, it's in our business because it's our business. It's what we work in. It's what this city is consumed in. We live in basically a single industry town. We just see it more omnipresent in the space of entertainment. So, levels. There's full demon possession. And you can see full demon possession it's really in the face and in the eyes. Something changes in the face and in the eyes. Okay. It becomes kind of dead with like a little bit of an intensity. So a great example of like demon possession, I think, is like Kim Kardashian.
That's what I was going to say.
Now there is full demon where you just are the demon, and that is Kris Jenner, which we all know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
tracks.
And we love that for her.
Yeah.
And that is why she is so popular, and that is why she is so, and you know who else is like that? And I'm not just saying this because they kind of look like each other, and I mean this with love and blessing and light because I love her, Lisa Rinna.
Do you think Lisa Rinna is full demon?
Yes, because I think we need to look at the spawn being Amelia Gray, being the other daughter. I think that
other daughter.
I think
you're like the other one. Yeah.
I think that there's something that we
like
can't
Bethany
overlook.
Frankel is an aspiring demon.
Bethany Frankel is thirsty at the foot. Bethany Frankel had a deal. Okay. So we're going to go to the levels.
Okay.
We have demon, full demon possession. Then we have thirsty for demon possession. You are thirsty for the demon deal. You want it so bad. And there are people
like, what about Megan Fox?
No. She's never needed the devil, and she's never needed that. She's so fucking hot that like God bless her.
And then God gave her the thumbs just to remind her that she is not full demon.
I know. She never needed the demon. There are some people that don't need demon in their life. Like, I don't think Meryl Streep ever needed the demon, for example. I think that there are plenty of, like, I don't think Rihanna ever needed the demon.
No.
I think that, like, there are just some celebrity that are totally fine, like, and not in this category.
Yeah.
But when you're not getting the deal, you become thirsty at the hoof. You know what I mean? You're begging, pleading, wanting the deal. And that's dark. To me, like, wanting the deal is very dark, but there is nothing worse than when you've been discarded by the devil.
And that's Bethany Frankel.
Yes. Because Bethany Frankel had a deal. Okay, she was thirsty for a deal for a long time. Said, please, please, please. And he said, you know what, mama? You've worked hard. And I think we can do some good work together. But if you start playing games, it's over. And she started playing games and it's over. And that's why now she's gone so off the rails. The demon will do great things for you, but you can't do too much. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Because then he will kick you to the curb and then you will become desperate. And then you start making crazy decisions.
Like reviewing e.l.f. cosmetics on TikTok.
Correct.
Yeah, when you frame it up that way, God, the thirsty at the hooves is the saddest because I've seen it time and time and time again. And sometimes it works. Yeah. They relentlessly get there.
Well, because the thing is, you negotiate a deal and he's like, okay, let's say I'm giving you a 5-year deal. And then once the deal is done, he's like, we can renegotiate based on your performance.
But like Ben Affleck, do you think he just like I feel like he was too woke to make the deal with the devil. Like
See,
that
now
poor guy.
there are examples where I think someone did not want the deal, but the devil was like, "Sorry, sweetie, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna sink my teeth in you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I think Ben Affleck, and like I am a true Ben Affleck apologist. That is a toxic trait of mine.
I'm a Jennifer Lopez apologist.
I'm a Jennifer Gardner stan. Like, I think that we have just, I mean, thank God she, let's talk about her for a second.
Let's.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Ageless beauty.
Yeah.
Gracious.
Yeah.
She seems like, I've never heard a bad word said about her.
Never.
Seems like a good time.
I don't see. That's where I'm going to stop you.
See, I think she could really like loosen up with like one glass of Sancerre.
Wow. Yep. I was just going to say Sancerre. Yeah.
I think that we could have a good time with her.
And she doesn't even finish the glass.
Right.
It just sits.
But she's like, you know. I think she's a good time. I think she's a good time girl.
Okay.
And here's what else I like about her. She, performatively or not, has done an excellent job being like, I am a good co-parent.
I will say this. I have had the pleasure of meeting those children. They are lovely kids. They are kind and smart and engaging. And I will say they did a great job. And that's hard to say about little LA kids like that. When those are your parents, I was like, oh, wow, these people must be good people somewhere because these kids are like very lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm like a mean boomer when it comes to kids.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not getting thank you notes or like, hello, Miss Cully, I'm like, get this fucking kid out.
Yeah.
Put him in jail.
Yeah, they need manners.
Yeah, for sure. And they were very kind.
See, I love hearing that. And I also think Alias, come on.
It was a solid show.
Amazing show. And I'm so happy for her. She's doing that Apple TV show, you know, where she's solving mysteries and stuff. The mysteries. You're going to have to cut this out because I don't know exactly what it's called. I have audition.
No, we're gonna have to cut this out because I was having dinner with like the head of fucking Apple TV last night, and I'm the one that should know. I don't know about that one.
Is it on Apple? I think it's on Apple.
All right, well, yeah.
I've auditioned for it. I can tell you that much.
Well, you have been in every show that Dan Feinberg, who is the head TV critic at The Hollywood Reporter, only likes. So there is I have to tell you, there is a running joke at our office about the fact that Dan only likes Los Espookys and like any show that you've been in.
Thank you.
Phantasma, that
Search
one.
Party.
Search Party.
He loves.
Loves.
Did he love Shrill?
Actually, you know what? I don't know if he loves Shrill. There's just, again, this running joke where I'll read a review and he's just decimated a show. And I'm like, not everything can be Los Espookys. And that's literally what I say to him maybe 4 times a week.
Los Espookys was the best show.
Los Espookys, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? I decided to eat an edible because I had tried it. And I was like, I don't think I'm getting it. And then I ate an edible and I got it.
Got it.
You have been a part of such like cult, like cool people shows.
Thank
You're
you.
a very cool person show gal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to think that too.
But you are. That's just fact. Search Party, Los Espookys, Phantasmas, like Shrill. I love Shrill.
God, is there anything else? No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah, but it's just it's so funny because with film and TV, it's like things can get so corny so quick.
I know.
And you haven't been in any corny shit. Why do you think that is?
Because I'm for people that have really good taste.
You do have really good taste. How does it work though? Did you like because Search Party was first?
No. Los Espookys was first. I met Julio Torres and Spike Einbinder and everyone when I was at the New School, when I was in college.
Wait, I went to the New School.
Really?
Yeah, Eugene Lang.
Oh my God, that's where Julio and Spike went. I went to Parsons.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
The
then
new school is definitely, I didn't graduate from there. I only went 2 years because I had to go home. It's a whole long story, but I still have so many friends from there and they're like the coolest people.
there you go.
New school was the only school I applied to and the only school I wanted to go to.
Period. Yeah.
Wait, did you live in Loeb Hall?
I did not live in a dorm.
Oh,
I went to move into a dorm, and the situation, like the room was truly so small.
I know.
That and also it was so expensive. I mean, at the time, if you look back, it wasn't that expensive. But at the time, I remember like being with my mom and being like, for us to pay for student housing,
I know.
it was like the same as me just getting a studio apartment. I ended up getting a studio apartment in Chelsea.
What?
And it was the same as me getting a studio apartment in Chelsea. I got a studio apartment in Chelsea, I think at the time for like truly $1,100.
Damn.
Which I know that could sound,
No.
but like that was like
not.
a steal.
Steal.
And now that apartment, because sometimes I love to check in, I love to stalk real estate. That apartment is now like
$4,000.
like $4,500 a month.
At least. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so you guys all met at new school. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. And that's, Julio is one of my very, very, very dear friends. And I feel very lucky that I've been in his work,
That is very cool. And did you start with stand-up first or were you kind of doing both?
I started doing improv.
Oh.
My mom died. And I was like, ugh, I was studying photography. I'm going to make this really short because I've said this a million times over my life.
Sorry.
My mom died when I was in college. I was studying photography. I very quickly was like, I don't actually want to be a photographer. I want to be an actor, a writer, a performer. The only real avenue that I knew to start doing that was kind of like UCB.
Yeah.
Because it was like in New York, it was around. So I started taking classes. I did all of the improv classes. And while I was doing that, I kind of was like, I don't know necessarily if improv is for me.
Because you're a cool person.
Well, also it was like, I felt like I was getting cursed with like every class that I would take. It would be me and like 7, 50-year-old white guys that worked in like
I can't think of
IT.
anything worse. I cannot think of anything worse.
Or, people would say, I'm taking an improv class so that I get better public speaking skills. So it'd be like shit like that. And I'd be like, ugh, I don't want to fucking be with you people.
No.
So then I got a coffee with Julio and I was like, and I met Julio through Spike. And I was like, I think I want to do stand up. And he was like, you should do stand up. And then he told me like places to start doing open mics. And then that's kind of that.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah, like once I found stand up, I was like, oh, I can be alone on stage. I don't need to deal with other people saying shit to me that I don't think is funny. And like, I'm in control whether or not I sink or swim,
I can't think of any, when you phrase it up like that, like I'm on stage and I don't have to listen to other people say things that aren't funny or like, you can't say no. I mean, I can't, I think there's nothing more insufferable for me personally than improv. Like, don't invite me to your improv performance. I don't need to see the like rat-a-tat-tattle rattlesnakes like on a Friday next and like go to Birds afterward for like Caesar wraps. Like, I don't need to do that. I don't want to do it.
Read them, girl. Read them.
I'm like, yo, like,
Here's what I will say. My one thing in defense of improv. Here's my one thing in defense. If you get to witness great improv, it is amazing. Okay. And by the way, it's, but if you get to watch really great improvisers.
I mean, if I saw the Loch Ness Monster, that would be cool too. I think the chances of seeing great improv in an improv class, not on Saturday Night Live or what have you, is the same as me seeing like Bigfoot in fucking the Sequoias.
Look, it's some people like country music, some people don't. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Do you ever want to write anything like completely front to back a show yourself?
I am, darling.
Oh,
I am.
Can you tell us what it's about?
Well, it hasn't been leaked to the press
Oh.
yet, so I don't know that I can.
Okay, but you know who to call for the exclusive.
Well, I'll tell you when we're not recording.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Because I think for me, like I love scripted. It's funny. I was having this conversation the other day with some executives, and I'm like, please just give me some scripted shows by women.
Yeah.
Like, please, I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, I get it. Like, we've all of us in LA who have not like gone down into the tunnel system to Starbucks, and we're up here, plebes, living, trying, just like knocked down from the fucking pandemic, knocked down from the strikes, knocked down from the fires. Like, I get it. Reality TV, I love it. I want it.
Yeah.
But please, for the love of God, give me some scripted shows.
Yeah.
You know?
I am like, in my, our dear Sarni,
Yes.
my dear friend Matt Rogers.
Who I love Matt Rogers dearly.
You got to get him on this show.
I have been willing this. Unfortunately, what I've been doing is I've been trying to go through Sarni Rogers to get Matt Rogers on this show.
Sweetie, you need to go through
I need to
me.
go through Mama. Okay.
So many of my girls watch Bravo. And I am the one that, like, I do not. The way
At
that
all.
no. But the way that I intake these stars, like my fascination with Lisa Rinna, for example.
Yeah.
I am just like obsessed with this queen. Like, she looks crazy.
Crazy.
And for that, I am just enamored because I think she has she has a vision of herself that is so locked in that she does not care what anyone thinks, because she has made that look for herself. And I'm using this word gets overused all the time, but it is iconic.
It is iconic. It's so interesting though. I mean, I get why you don't watch Bravo, and I'm like an adjacent Bravo gal. I don't watch it all day long. There's like few choice things that I'll watch. But it's funny because I feel like from a character development, like it makes sense to me listening to you why you would love Lisa Rinna. Like, I feel like there are specific Bravo characters that would make sense that you would love because you could develop like an entire
I've
character.
heard that I would love Heather Rose. I've heard that I'd be interested in her.
You mean Whitney Rose?
Whitney Rose. See, I don't even know their names.
Honestly, Whitney Rose.
People think I look like her.
You do.
Crazy. People think
Whitney
I look like Whitney
Rose, the voice alone, I would love to see you get inspired by Whitney Rose because she's so fucking annoying.
Well, I'm fascinated by these people. Like, I'm fascinated by Salt Lake. Like,
Salt Lake's the best.
I cannot believe that there is a person that is a preacher that is married to her grandfather. Like, and we're all just watching. I can't believe that.
Mary is iconic because Mary gives not a singular fuck.
See, don't you think that would be so liberating?
I'm pretty close.
I mean,
Greta.
I spiritually can feel that you are.
I'm pretty, the lack of fucks that I give generally are pretty wild, but like my wife says that I have this like superpower of telling people to essentially get fucked without saying that, or like just calling your ass out. I'm pretty damn close. And I think it's been because I've been in this
business for
too long.
This is going to be a very LA thing of me to say.
Can't wait.
I have a intuitive energy healer.
Please give me that person's phone number.
I will.
Immediately.
She's amazing. She did like a Reiki session on me, and my eyes were closed and it was just wild. Like, it was great. Really I felt like I was on acid. Like, it was a trippy experience. But at the end, she told me, she was like, you need to let your darkness out. And I was like, what? She was like, you need to be saying the truth to people.
I
what
love
people
this.
need to hear. You need to be letting your darkness out. And I'm just like, "Roo."
Yeah. That's the devil within.
That's the devil within. And that goes back to the scale of the demon.
I had a very famous rapper tell me over turkey burgers at the Peninsula Hotel.
You like a turkey burger?
I was so I do eat a lot of turkey burgers.
Okay, because I have a joke about turkey. I'm not gonna. I hate that I just said that. I
love it.
I talk about turkey burgers because turkey burgers to me,
I can't wait.
like if you are fucking with a turkey burger today, it's very ED coded. A turkey burger,
Well,
and this is
if you've ever listened or watched my show, I have a lifelong of exercise addiction.
Yes.
Eating. Yes, it is. Of course, it's ED coded.
Right. And it's
Continue.
interesting because it's for a specific generation, which is obviously Gen Z, us. It's for a specific generation. That was a joke.
No, I'm not Gen Z.
No, I'm not Gen Z either.
Oh.
That was a joke. I was joking that we were so young and fresh.
I'm like, huh? I'm like, I think I might be cusp. And I'm a different.
Are you a elder millennial?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
85.
Oh no, you're. I mean, technically, that you're considered an elder millennial, but you're the same as my sister. We're both millennials. I'm like true dead center millennial.
Yeah, I'm.
You're like kind of a dead center millennial too.
No, but I didn't. But I think because I'm the youngest, I grew up.
Your
with
culture was informed by different cultures.
Because my sister's like 10 years older than I am.
Yeah, my brother's 11 years older than me.
You know,
but those guys are.
Those are
Gen
Xers.
Gen Xers,
and they're spoiled, and they like don't even get it.
Dark.
Gen X is like arguably just as bad as boomers.
I actually think boomers are better. I fuck with boomer. I would rather
fuck with a boomer than a Gen Xer. I can see that.
I'd rather go out. I would rather be at a dinner party with 20 boomers than 20 Gen Xers. Because statistically speaking,
I fucking feel you.
Yeah, I'm having more fun. I'm for sure having more fun.
Drinking more.
We're laughing. We're laughing.
We're drinking.
We're laughing. We're
fun
drinking.
times.
We might smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm riding hard for what you're saying right now.
A boomer dinner party is fun. Because they don't give a fuck.
Zero.
You know? And I think that
they just ruined our whole country.
Correct.
So,
correct.
You know,
correct.
They really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So turkey burger, me and this
It's just interesting because we don't hear about them anymore. And my thing is, if you're eating a turkey burger, look, you have the disease of turkey burger. You can't shake it. It's
I'll never shake it for the rest of my life.
Exactly. It happened to you when you were a child.
Yeah.
Lean meat.
Girl.
Come on. Jenny O ground turkey bitch from the store. 99% lean meat. The green package. Why does it bubble up? Why does that package get a tot? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because it's chemicals.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I was with a famous rapper at the Peninsula Hotel.
Can you tell us who?
Yeah, Too Short. It's always Too Short. What's up, Todd? And Todd told me that the Illuminati was real. And actually,
some might say he's literally blowing the whistle.
And I can't say all of the things or any of the things that he said to me because one would maybe mistake him also for the QAnon collection. But
like Cat Williams adjacent.
Cat Williams is Looney Tunes.
But kind of a prophecy at the same time.
For real. But I will tell you what Todd told me that day was crazy. It was very similar to your demon scale. And everything, and this was years ago. I mean, this has got to be 7, 8 years, I don't know, a long time. It was when the Tupac movie came out because I was his date, the scripted one that was like so bad. And I went to a screening and it was like me, Snoop Dogg. It was at the London Hotel. It was a press screening and I showed up with Too Short and I'll never forget it because all of these publicists were like, are you like fucking Too Short? I'm like, no, I don't know why. I love Tupac. I don't know why I'm here. I've known Short since I was a kid. Everyone was very confused because he was like holding my hand, walking me into the screening where it's like Ice Cube.
That's so funny.
And it was just us. Wow. Never talked about that on air, but here we are.
That.
So it was scary though, because most of the things he was telling me 8 some odd years ago have happened.
Look.
I know. Listen,
what are we to do?
What are we to do? Nothing. It's funny though. I actually was made aware about your beautiful existence, not from your acting career, not from the fact that we were both New School alum, not from Starney Rogers, but are you ready?
From what?
You and I are like vintage clothing queens.
Wait, you know me from
Like being your I saw
my wedding dress.
your wedding dress. I know like
You know Lily from Happy
Of
Isles,
course.
our queen.
And there was like something else that you did, or maybe it was from the wedding dress or something else.
I would like, because I'm friends with Lily for a long time, and I would just like go into the shop and just like post a bunch of shit all the time.
And she would post about you like had to wear my 1960s
Gorgeous.
Christian Dior
Beautiful.
immaculate sweater today. Because my wife was like, what are you wearing? I was like, I'm going out with a vintage queen today. She's like, oh my God. But you have, I mean, especially with your adorable little Polly Pocket body yaddy yaddy, you and the vintage, and I never say this to people because they don't always get vintage right, but you do.
I love good vintage.
You
I think
crush.
I will say I am happy to see that it's becoming more popular. Like I am happy to see that like more people are doing it because first of all, sustainability. But
for
also
real.
it's just like these things are created to be worn, you know? And I think it's I like seeing it. I like that we're seeing it more I like that we're seeing it more on the red carpet.
Same. I mean, even at the Vanity Fair party that I saw you at last year, you were in that gorgeous beaded, I remember it was like cream, I think, vintage.
It was.
Wasn't it kind of silvery cream?
Was it Dior? It could have been a Dior dress.
It was stunning. And I was also wearing the sickest Saint Laurent like jacket with like all the fringe that I had created into a dress that's like perfect. But I always, for the most part, I would say 8 out of 10 or 9.9 out of 10 wear vintage on the red carpet.
Yeah, me too.
But I love it so much because it's also, you can't just go and buy it. So it has to be a hunt. It has to be a hunt. That's how I first learned about you.
I love that. I also like that you know that you're not going to be wearing the same thing as someone else.
Big time.
Because like there is, I mean, again, now I feel like everyone is in such communication that it doesn't happen. But like, you know that happens. People wear, remember in Us Weekly, when you would like be able to flip to the back and they had that whole section of who wore it better. And then you'd see all of these celebrities in the same outfit. I know. It was always like Jessica Simpson and someone.
Always Jessica Simpson and someone, and then what was always really annoying is that it ended up becoming a fat shaming competition.
Yeah.
And it was like shocking. They always preferred the skinnier girl or like a racist expedition of the outfit because it would be like, you know, fucking Gabrielle Union and Jessica Simpson. And they would always say, and it's like, no, but Jessica Simpson looks fucking terrible because she's wearing Jessica Simpson shoes with said, you know, Zurhi Murad outfit. Like, you know, it was just like every time, I'm getting so specific because that's where my rat brain goes, but like, it would be so annoying.
I feel like it was also at like peak, like torn by Roni Kobo, like
oh my God.
I worked at Intermix for a very long time.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Dude, I fuck with Intermix so tough, but I could never afford anything. So every time I would go to New York, like when I moved away from New York, I would go and like look around and I'm like, and yet I always went in Soho, always went to the store. And then I'm like, I can't buy any of this.
That's so funny.
I love Intermix. Did you get a good discount?
Yeah, I think we got 40%.
Fuck.
And we used to hide things in the stock room and wait for it to get like marked down even more because you would get 40 on top of sale. So there would be some times where I would get like some, you know, Helmut Lang sweater for like $12. It was giving Marshalls, you know. Actually, things at TJ Maxx are expensive. I would just like to say.
I don't disagree.
Because you go there and you say, oh, a Gucci loafer. And then it's like
$500.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait. This should be a Discovery and this should be $125.
I know. But like that shit doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
Like Nordstrom Rack is garbage.
What is there? Hervé Legers are there.
I don't even know if they are there. I went into a Nordstrom Rack just for funsies the other day, and it was like straight up like Rebecca Miller dresses.
Yeah.
It's like Nicole Miller or Rebecca Taylor and Nicole Miller. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And like, you're not buying any of that shit.
I can't believe Nicole Miller still makes dresses.
Same.
That was a moment.
In fact, I have a Nicole Miller dress that I have never worn in my whole life that I bought from Century 21 when I went to the new school that is in my closet at home that I will not get rid of. But it was like the runway. It was like a 2000. I remember it was like a $2,000 dress, and I found it like in a corner in Century 20, like in like smushed, and I picked it up, and it was $80.
I mean, Century 21, talk about a fucking
And I've never worn it.
gold mine.
Gold mine. Yeah.
It was unbelievable, this place.
Oh, I could tell. I mean, insane shit. Remember like Marc Jacobs with like the huge like buttons
Buckles
and the
and-
yeah, all
yes.
that. Girl, I was working at the clubs, going to the new school, buying all that shit.
What clubs?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Which one?
I worked at a club that was right on top of a burger place on 12th and 2nd. Do you remember that burger place?
12th and 2nd.
You do. It was right by Loeb Hall.
Okay. Wait, there was a club up there?
Club up there. I also
My
worked
God.
at a bar called, oh my God, was it the Cock? No.
I mean, the Cock is an amazing gay bar.
No. Jack Rabbit Slims.
Where was that?
Down in Alphabet City. And I showed up. This is so weird. Again, my brain. I wore Juicy Couture,
Yes.
corduroy, low, like waisted pants that were like kind of had like a little
little
bell to them, little
flare.
flare, and a juicy velour, like velvet, like
What
jacket,
color?
all brown.
Yeah, that's cute.
Thanks.
I actually
and
think
Jack
that-
Rabbit Slims. Yes, that was the place. And and it was right next to a bathhouse. And Roger was my manager, and he was like, "What the fuck are you wearing corduroys? Like, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "These are like great. Like, I got them like, Nordstrom
No,
Rack."
that's good.
Yeah,
That people would
Jack Rabbit
freak
Slims.
it for that outfit now.
I know.
That is like
I
what
know.
people would freak for.
I know.
I think about all of the old shit that I used to have, and I was like, ugh, people would be freaking.
I mean, we were at the new school. My class was like Alexander Wang,
mm-hmm.
Hillary. I mean, we had a very like Diesel class. Ryan Corbin, all of that. That was my whole class.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go out, and it would be like we would be wearing juicy velour outfits with like Dior bag. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
it was 2003 that I was there.
I know.
So it was so iconic.
Well, it's crazy when I like go on the Real, for example, and I'm like looking for something that I once owned, and I see it now, and it's like $3,000.
I know.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I know. I would like to say out loud so that I don't have the demon that lives within, why the fuck I sold all of my Prada nylon bags
No, don't.
to Crossroads Trading Co.
Oh.
makes me want to literally scream.
The amount of shit that I've sold to Buffalo Exchange.
I can't.
The amount of shit that I've sold to Beacon's Closet. The amount of shit that I even sold. The amount of shit that I've just fucking
Got rid
given
of.
away.
I know. I can't. I literally can't think about it.
And you know what's funny? My car got robbed when I was in New York. I had a car in New York.
Well, first of all, that's mental.
And my car got robbed when I was in New York. And I was stupid. You know, when you're like, God, you fucking dumb, drunk
Yeah.
girl. Like, just doing dumb shit, like leaving shit in my car that I shouldn't. And I was living in Alphabet City. My car got robbed. And
Oh, no.
there was other valuable shit in the car, but they took a brown Miu Miu bag
No.
that
Was it like the cinchy one?
it was cinchy
No.
and
No.
it
I'll never recover from
hurts
this.
my heart
Yeah.
to know that I had that bag, that I once had that bag, and now she's gone.
I'll do you one. You ready for this?
What?
I had a graffiti
No.
Speedy.
No. Where'd she go?
Stolen.
No.
Take that on.
No.
And back then, and for all the fashion girls listening to this, you know how like it makes me. Those are thousands of dollars on the Real
Oh,
now,
yeah.
and I got it gifted to me.
Hat from who?
I went to boarding school. with,
Where?
Like, Williston Northampton School,
Where is that?
Northampton, Massachusetts.
I went to boarding school
Where did you go?
for like 6 months until I had a mental breakdown and left. I went to Choate.
My brother went to Choate. Whoa. Girl, I am in a writing class right now. And our prompt yesterday was like, whatever, to write about like this moment. And I wrote about the very sad time when I freaked out when I went to boarding school. I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And I had a very horrible traumatic experience. Like I got suspended. Like boarding school has changed me forever.
Traumatized me.
It traumatized me to a point, like we will have to speak privately.
Yeah.
I will bring said bottle of Sancerre to your home.
Please.
I can't explain. And you want to know what's fucking creepy? I blocked it all out.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had people, and I was there for 3 years. I had such a bad panic attack. They had to physically put me in the car to restrain me to bring me back. I didn't go. It was so crazy what they let me do. They used to let me sign out for the weekends to NYU, and I would like take the Peter Pan fucking bus to the Amtrak train and like party all weekend. But they just like left me alone. It's so crazy.
If it brings you any peace, when I say I had a full mental break, I literally had a full mental break when I was there.
No, it does bring me peace because I had one too. But I've had people come up to me, Greta, like, hey, Greta, like, so great to see you. Like, how's the life? Blah, 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 blah. Like, they know my whole life. And I will look at them like you're looking at like blank. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, how do I, And they're like, we went to boarding school together, you freak. And I'm
crazy.
like, holy shit. I've blocked the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Because it was that bad.
I know it. I know it all too well.
So I just like wrote about something the other day and I couldn't even remember how I remembered it. I mean, boarding school is dark. Choate is dark though.
Yeah.
I didn't even apply because I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I went there because I wanted to be in their theater program because they have such a legendary theater program.
They really do.
Michael Douglas.
I know.
Glenn Close.
Yeah.
All the girls.
I went on a whole theater scholarship to Williston.
Oh, right.
They got me from the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco.
Why did you stop acting?
Because the ED stuff.
Yeah.
They were, every time I auditioned, they were like, you're just like Emma Stone, but fat. And I'd be like, okay. And I look back, I was so little.
Right.
I mean, I don't think I'll ever look like, I know that I won't, but I was like teeny, and it was just brutal. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Yeah. I did it for so long.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I think I stopped before I could have really like gone there.
Yeah. I mean.
So that was it. That was the end.
There you go.
I mean, it would be fun like to do something, but I would never go out and like auditioning. It was too traumatizing.
Yeah. The rejection element is very traumatizing.
It is. And it was so weird. Yeah, it was just a weird.
Because nothing really makes sense because it's not a meritocracy. It's not linear. It's not about actually who is the best.
No.
It's about so many other things that are so out of your control. And I think that the whole experience is a very, you surrender basically like all control for this dream that you want more than anything. It's a very crazy thing to do, which is why to the devil, I'm open to you. I am ready for you. I'm willing and I'm able.
Well, I hope the devil comes and finds you, girl.
Me too. I'm not pleading at the foot, but I'm not better than it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have the pleading at the foot vibe.
I don't,
because you don't need it because you're cool. You're like Search Party, Los Espookys.
I don't think I need possession because I think I would have I think I would have gotten it already.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not opposed. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, same. I just want to be one of those people that are like blissfully maniacal or like blissfully ignorant or like blissfully unaware or like blissfully have multiple trust funds. Like I'm just done. Do you know what I mean? Like now that I know that trizepatide exists, it changed my life. It's a miracle drug. It's the best thing that's ever happened.
Should I get on it?
No, you're too little. You'll get sick.
What does it do to you?
Makes you stop eating.
I know, but like,
Loved it.
I know so many people that take it, friends, and all of them are just like, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's the best thing that I've ever done in my entire life.
I have never heard a single person say otherwise.
Well,
which makes me be like, should I
No,
get on
you're too
it?
little. Because you'll get sick. I have another friend who's petite like you and did it and like ended up like shitting blood. That's the only bad thing I've heard. Now, I was on the cheapity cheap from Mexico pills years ago.
Wow.
And that did make me sick.
Wow.
But good old compounded trizepatide.
How long were you on it for?
The bad one or the good one?
The good one.
The good one I did between August, and I just unfortunately went off of it a month ago. And I will go right.
Did you lose a bunch of weight?
Yeah, it was the best thing I've ever done. I lost about 10, 15 pounds that I gained in 2.5 weeks doing IVF. Took me 6 months to get rid of it. And I just like stopped thinking about food.
Interesting.
Oh, can't wait. I'm going right back on that shit when I can.
How long do you need to stay off of it?
Well, I mean, if I have a kid.
Do you think that this is the most boring episode of your podcast that listeners have ever had to listen to?
No, it's definitely not. I actually am having a very good time.
I'm like,
I could actually talk to you forever and don't care.
I was gonna say, do you think that they're enjoying this?
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Actually, it is.
I think it is.
Like literally it is.
Is there any topic you wanted to discuss today in your mind that we haven't touched upon?
No.
I love that.
Honestly, I'm
good
happy as a
feeling.
clam. Here's the thing. You know this because you had a podcast for forever. Like you can go in and you can research and you can like have an idea that you have in your mind. And I did, but I also like didn't know I like to just meet cool people.
Me too.
That's the whole point. But that's the whole point.
No, I know. I always just like, I think like having podcasted for so long, you like lose touch. I'm like, what do people even like listening to?
I like listening. For me, I like listening to either the news, which I don't like to listen to anymore. Or,
oh, you don't? That's so weird. I wonder why.
Yesterday, I popped in for a quick second, and it was like, yeah, we're taking over fucking Gaza and the Panama Canal. And I was like, you motherfuckers are so fucking stupid. You didn't see this coming, and I did. What the fuck? Anyway, and then I was like, goodbye. But here's the thing. Especially with comedians, it can go one of two ways on podcasts.
Too jokey,
or they're just like, yeah, hi. Like, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I've gone into it being like, this is going to be so funny. This person is so wild, like, that. And they're just like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, my dad left and I'm asexual. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, okay, dude. You know what I mean? So I research people and I see what I like. And then honestly, I'm almost 40 years old. I just want to like sit with
When's your birthday?
People. July 9th.
I knew your ass was a Cancer. You're the same as my sister. You guys are 5 days apart. My sister's the 4th.
Of July?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Little Cancers.
What are you?
I'm an Aries.
I am an Aries rising.
Love that.
I love that for you because that's why you're so dedicated to your craft.
Yes, honey. I am.
And exercise.
I love being an Aries.
I love Aries.
People are like, and I'm in and out with it, okay? I'm not someone that's like all in on astrology all the time, but then this shit does happen and you're like,
I'm in.
And you're like, oh, okay, you know?
Listen, I had a psychic on Cool. Every single thing she said came true.
Who was it?
Justine. Psychic girl.
I need to talk to her.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to talking to psychics. It used to be really bad. Okay, I just need to say, me and a friend of mine who is also one of the people, I did not come up with the demon stuff alone. It was with a group of friends. So I can't take, as much as I would love to take credit for all of it, I can't. Anyway, one of these friends, he and I love psychics.
Do you have a good one?
Yeah.
I want that one.
Here's the thing. After my mom died, it became a little bit of a problem. I was like, did you want mediums or psychics or both? Both. What are the difference between a medium and a psychic?
A medium usually can channel somebody in.
Yeah, I mean, yes. So I was like talking to a variety of people. And this one woman that I spoke to, after my mom died. It was crazy. It was crazy. Saying such... My mom had
Specific.
lung cancer. And the first thing that she said to me, she was like, your mom wants me to tell you that her chest doesn't hurt anymore. And I was like, what?
Spooky.
You know, just like really specific things. Speaking to me, saying things that were like very specific to things that my mom would say. It was bizarre.
Where is this person? I need to meet them.
They
now.
live, I never met her in person.
Phone.
They live in Arizona, obviously. They
Always.
always live in Arizona or New Mexico.
Always.
Energy portals, sweetie. We can't, what can we do? Go to,
Aliens.
have you ever gone to Sedona?
No.
I mean, that's like, you know, portal heaven. And you go there and there are like psychic compounds that you can go. And all of these psychics are in different trailers and you can pick, you know, they have, at least when I went, they had like binders full of different psychics you could talk to and you could like pick whichever one you were drawn to. I actually spoke to a crazy psychic in Sedona who was very accurate about my life. It was, I mean, it's when people are on, it is wild when people are on about something so specific to you.
I agree.
And I think that like we all forget how connected we all are. We are all like of the same source, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think some people are just really tapped the fuck in.
I agree.
And I think, you know, I think you can't go into these sessions with people taking everything literally. Like, I think that the way that I've now, after talking to so many of them, it's like, okay, I just need to listen to what they have to say. And if it applies to me, then it applies to me. And if it doesn't apply to me, you can't force something to apply to you that doesn't.
Yeah, because I think some people do that.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think sometimes it's like good, sometimes it's not. But I've had some people say some pretty spot on shit.
One thing that has been said to me by multiple psychics was that 2025 to 2028 is going to be like, quote, and a lot of them, quote, all of the seeds I have been planting for the last like 10 years are finally going to flourish.
Don't forget the little people
And
like me.
anything, you know, all of the hard work is going to pay off. So I'm like, please let that be true.
That's the best thing I've heard today. I hope that all comes true.
I think I'm going to choose to believe that is.
Yeah,
going
but you've
to be
also
true.
been working. I mean, then the naysayers would say, well, you've been working really hard and you've had all this success.
And to them, I'd say, and you know what? A lot of people work really hard. I had a heartbreaking conversation that has haunted me to this day. A friend of mine, and talk about wanting to be delusional, wanting to be whatever, wanting to live in your own world. When I was first starting doing comedy.
Oh, she's taking off the glasses.
I am. I was feeling hopeful because, you know, when you go into anything and you don't fully know how it works, you're kind of like, well, I'm going to go and then do the thing, and then I'm going to go do the thing, and then I'm going to be the next big thing. You know, that's like how your little peanut brain thinks of it. And my friend at the time was a musician, like a singer-songwriter, very talented, unbelievably talented. And she was going through, I mean, so talented, okay? Like truly someone that I could not comprehend not being successful. You know what I mean?
No,
and by the way, successful in the mainstream, I know there are all different kinds of versions of success, whatever, but successful to her standard of success. And we were out and she was crying. And I was like, it will work out. It will work out. Like, it has to work out. And she looks at me and she was like, no, it doesn't always have to work out.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what? With tears in her eyes. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for anyone. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. And I'm one of those people that it's just not going to work out for. And I was like, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
It's true.
It's true. Because sometimes, and that's the fucked up thing about this business
And life.
and life generally, it's all about like timing and luck and hard work. It's like a crazy science project.
Failed science.
Yeah.
Only class I've ever failed. Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry was hard. I'm not a math
Chemistry-
girl, so
Neither am I.
chemistry
I'm
was
like
bad.
2 + 3, blah, 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 blah. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just like, is there money in the ATM?
Yeah.
That's like all I know.
I used to cheat on my math tests and just put the answer. And my teacher would be like, you have to show me how you got here. And I'd be like, why? The answer is right there. Oh, you need me to prove my work? I hated that shit.
I hated school.
I cheated on so many, math specifically. This is me cheating. I used to think I was so slick, but my eyes are so big, you could see it.
I was really good at memorizing all of the formulas. So I was the opposite. I would memorize all of the formulas and then I would just be like, ta-da.
Yeah, that's good.
And then they're like, but where's the answer? And I'm like, it's not there.
I did have a biology teacher who I was obsessed with in high school. Shout out to Bill George.
Bill George.
Yeah,
What a name.
he was amazing.
Yeah.
He was the only person that ever let me act. He directed Winter One Acts, and I got to be in his Winter One Act.
That's cute.
Yeah, love him.
This is a dream.
Thanks for having me. Is this it? Is this
Yeah,
the
that's
end?
it.
Okay.
That's how I always do it. I know. I don't even need to look at my watch, but I am almost positive it's been about an hour.
When you've been doing it for so long, you usually know.
Am
and
I
I would
right?
say it's 12:06. How long is
Whoa,
the podcast?
I am a fucking soothsaying
You
time
really are.
genius.